Ladies and gentlemen, thank you and welcome to another segment of Razor Sharp Sports. I'm Razor Ramon, and I am here and having the profound privilege of being here with amateur boxer Trent Bradford, T-Baby, man. Thank you so much for taking some time out of your day and for answering a couple of our questions, man. Just talking about the sport of boxing and your career and things like that. Let people, the people of Arizona know who you are and get you some good exposure.
Actually, thank you for having me.
First things first, how did you get into the sport of boxing? What made you want to go into the sport of boxing? How did it all start for you, man?
About 2 years ago, I have my brother, and he's like into boxing, and he would always like play fights around the house. I was never interested. I didn't like really care for it, but like he kept watching fights and just always talked to me about boxing. So eventually, I went and checked out a gym with my mom, and I walked into the gym, and like I just fell in love with it, and I've stayed with it since.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. What walking into gyms like that, especially when you're barely, getting connected into the sport, it's different. You're watching everybody train and especially even if you watch movies with boxing, you look at it and it's completely different than what they show like on movies or anything like that. When you walk into a gym like that, I completely understand how you felt, probably walking in there. It's probably a different feeling, gets you pumped up. You're like, dang, I want to train.
Yeah.
Hit a bag or, it's just exciting just even hitting a bag in general, So I've had the privilege to announce you in the amateur level. That's what I like to do too. And not just the pro fighters, but I like to announce amateur fights too. And that's how I met you. I've seen you fight a good couple of times, actually. The last time I fought, you got a knockdown, and that was probably like the most insane thing I've seen so far in the amateur level. So how did that feel?
It felt really good. Honestly, I was surprised when I got the first. That was my first ever knockdown. I was kind of surprised. It was like a shock, but it felt good.
And then you ended up getting the belt after that too.
Yeah,
wearing the belt.
got the W.
You got the W. You got the job done. You've done a tremendous job in the ring. You train hard, and I know you just don't do tournaments here. You do tournaments outside of the state of Arizona. You've gone to Cali. You've gone to Mexico. You've gone to Vegas. Are those tournaments different fighting here? To some people that don't follow amateur boxing, is it any different fighting there than here?
When you fight out of the state of Arizona, you have people coming in from everywhere, especially like if you fight in California, you have people coming in from Vegas. You have people coming like all over like the United States. So you see a bunch of different styles. Mexico, same thing. You have people from everywhere. So it's different.
So it's just different settings,
styles,
different style, different setting. But obviously it still doesn't, change the fact that you're going to be training hard for each and every single tournament.
Exactly.
I know that your current record, it's 10-1.
Yeah.
You did have that loss. You ended up getting your get back. You got a rematch in Vegas with the same person. You got the win. How did that feel?
It felt good. So I took the loss. It was my second fight, and it was in Vegas. It was a tournament. It was the first fight of the tournament, and I just wasn't active enough. So therefore, I lost the fight by decision. I ended up fighting him a couple months later. We went back for it was a smoker. It was a cool show that they had, and I got it back. Unanimous decision. Got the win. That's all good.
Oh, I bet.
I was training hard. From that loss, that loss, I learned a lot. I learned a lot from that. So I'm glad it helped me. That loss kind of helped me.
No, I think that's perfect too. Especially now that people understand, the amateur levels. They're not. It's not the same as the pros. In the amateur levels, it's okay to take the losses.
Yeah.
And I think that's good that you learn from it.
Yeah.
Because some fighters, especially when they start boxing, I think it's everybody's dream to always stay undefeated.
Yeah.
And especially in the pros, but I know they want to do that in the amateur levels, but amateur levels they're meant to help you, get better. Even if you took that loss and you probably went back to the drawing board.
Yes.
And like you just told me right now, you said I wasn't active enough. I that was just it. You weren't active enough, but the next time you came in there, you got the job done. You went back to the drawing board, you fixed what you needed to fix, and I think that was important.
That's what the amateurs are for, like you said. Just a learning lesson. It'll build you up so by the time you go pro, you'll be ready for it. It's all about experience.
Yeah, and you see some of these pro fighters, they have extensive amateur records, 200 fights, 40 fights, 50 fights, and all that is experience.
Yeah.
Each and every single fight, even right now, you have 10 fights of experience.
Yeah.
Some fighters, they only get maybe 2 or 3 fights and they're, I want to go pro. And you know what? It's no problem. That's not a problem. That's not an issue. But I think the more experience you have in the amateur level, the more learning you get for the pros. Because you learn different things. You fight. I'm sure, when you go to Vegas, you fight people from the East Coast and you fight people from over here or from Mexico. And I've heard, East Coast fighters, they fight different. Some of them fight different than the ones that you fight here or the ones in Mexico. Everybody has different styles, like you said, and I think that's cool that that you caught that so early, because some fighters it takes some time to catch that so early to realize, hey, you know what, it's not the end of the world. I'm just gonna go back to the drawing board and learn, and that's cool. Obviously, right now we're in No Excuse Boxing Gym in Arizona. There's a ton of gyms. I can name off like 10 or 15 gyms right now. Well, what made you want to train here at this gym specifically?
The coaching here, I really like their style, like the way they taught boxing, everything about it. Like they're always on me, making sure I was doing what I needed to do, like run and stuff. Just good coaching,
just keeping you motivated.
Yeah, keeping me motivated, always there for me. Always checking up on me, just making sure like I'm good.
Well, you know what, man? I've seen you train, especially on the videos that you post on your Instagram.
Yeah.
You're always locked in. Every time.
Always.
Even watching you fight in the amateur level.
Yeah.
You're always locked in. You're focused. You get the job done. I've seen you box. You got it, man. You're training it. You're training real hard right now. You're disciplined, and I think that's the most important thing is staying on track. Staying in the gym, staying focused. You already have that winner's mentality, and it's you don't see that in a lot of amateur boxers nowadays. But you have it. You have the all around, boxer right now. Obviously, we're gonna get to your dog soon. I know your dog's probably like, I want some camera time. Like I said, you're disciplined and you train like a pro already. Is that something that you want to do in the future, is go pro?
Yeah, eventually I want to go pro. I'm not going to rush anything though. I'm going to get my experience from the amateurs, and eventually, like when I feel like I'm ready and my coaches see that I'm ready, we'll end up going pro. No rush though. I'm 19. I got time ahead of me.
You're going to take time to develop, get that learning experience in.
Yeah.
That's good. Is there any present or past boxer that you look up to right now that you kind of relate to, or someone that relates to your style or things like that?
I really like I like watching Caleb Plant. Like his mentality, everything about him. He's like a good person, and his mentality, I really like that about him.
Is that who you follow most of the time too? Caleb Plant's a good fighter. Watching him fight in his last few fights, he's always focused too. Yeah, he's focused.
Yeah.
And I think that's one thing too you take from him, to stay focused, and I think that's important.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's no secret. This gym, a lot of people who may not know, this gym it was half sneaker store, half boxing gym. You and I were talking off camera, and we're talking about how it used to be a sneaker store, and this is actually where I get the same sneaker store. That's where I get my sneakers for the announcing, pick and roll kicks. You have it on your socks. You have it on your shoes. We have them on the shirt.
Yeah.
Obviously they sponsor you in your fights. What is your favorite sneaker? I know you have the 4s on right now. I like the Jordan 1. I like the 4s too. I have the UNC 4s. That's probably my favorite 4s that I have. What is yours?
My favorite shoe, it's gonna sound crazy, but I don't have a favorite shoe to be honest. I'm more of a if I see it, I like it, I'll get it. Like I'm not like a shoe guy, honestly, like that. But if I see something, I'll get it. But if I had to pick like my favorite Jordan, I'd probably say ones.
The one,
Jordan ones or
the
fours.
classic.
I love fours.
Yeah. Oh, the 4s are so comfortable.
Fours are comfortable,
Yeah,
but I like the way ones look on feet.
yeah, yeah. Especially with when you roll the sock or something like that. But the 4s look good just because they're so bulky.
Yeah.
But like when you're walking around, they look like they fit well.
Yeah.
Even with pants, I know some shoes they don't look. It's just a preference.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's a preference, but that's awesome. That you're sponsored by them.
Yeah.
They're really good people. I always tell everybody go to Pick and Roll Kicks. Get your kicks from them. They're good people.
Shout out to my guy Ivan.
Ivan, yeah, shout out to Ivan. He's always taking care of me with the kicks. I bought in probably like 4 kicks from him, and I actually have the kicks that I bought from him on me right now, and they're so comfortable. They're high quality. That's probably the best place you can get your kicks from right now.
Go shop Pick and Roll Kicks.
Go shop Pick and Roll Kicks. I'm telling you right now. I mean, look at this man. He has the fresh kicks on. You look good. You feel good, right? But also the tattoos, man. I was talking to you about your tattoos. You have the Freddy Cougar piece right here, the Chucky piece.
Yeah.
I've seen them too when you box. They're just so detailed. What made you want to get one, man?
Honestly, what made me want to get them, I just like the way they look on body. I feel like it looks good on the body. But I started getting tattoos at an early age. I was 17. I got my first tattoo on my arm, and then from there, I was just like, you know what, I got to get another one, yeah. So then, by the end of my senior year, my whole arm was tatted.
And then obviously if people follow you on Instagram,
Yeah.
they could see the
back.
the back tat is Bradford on the back.
Yep, my last name.
Yeah, it's that, but it's not just any type of tattoo. It's the reverse one, and it looks insane, man. Who's your tattoo artist?
His name is Chris. He's over in Avondale. The tattoo shop is called Blood and Ink. His Instagram is Chris Mesa 32. He's a good tattoo artist. He gets you in and out. He's fast.
Obviously, he does
Good work.
Yeah, he does high quality work. Just the insane detail of that. I remember looking at that. I was like, "Geez, man, that probably took hours."
Yeah. No, it only took probably took him like 3 hours for the whole
Really?
half leg. Yeah, he does it fast. It's good work.
Oh, that's good. Let's talk about your dog, man. You have your Frenchie Rilo.
Yeah.
You've been holding him the entire interview. That's your new dog. Tell me a little about your dog, man.
This is Rilo. I got him about 3 weeks ago. He's 11 weeks. He's about to be 3 months. He's a little hot right now. I need water, but I just wanted a Frenchie. I like the way they look, so me and my mom got one, and now we have them.
Now you have him.
Added him to the family.
Oh, do you have a nickname for him, or is this Rilo?
Rilo. I just call him Rilo.
Yeah.
Oh, no, we need some nicknames for him.
You have a cute. Well, obviously, it's a cute dog, dude. That's
I need water.
I know. My wife's been playing with him this entire time since we've been on this. So there's a couple upcoming. There's a huge upcoming fight that's coming up right now.
Okay.
It's Spence versus Crawford.
Ooh.
That obviously is a fight that if people follow the sport, that's one they want to watch. Who do you have on that fight? It's been yeah, it's been tiring for sure.
That's tough to say. I want Spence to win, but I think Crawford is like more of a complete fighter.
Yeah.
So it can go 50-50. I want Spence to win though. It's either Spence by decision or Crawford stops him. Because I don't see Crawford going.
I don't see
Crawford winning round by round.
Yeah.
Versus Spence. Spence puts pressure. He's active. It's a good fight though. I can't wait to watch that.
Yeah. No, that definitely is going to be a big fight to watch. I like that fight. personally, I like Spence, Spence to win. Um, yeah, I just know he's been active more a little bit too.
Yeah.
But I'm still not going to take away from Crawford.
Crawford to fight.
Crawford's a dog.
Yeah.
And in this sport, it just takes that one punch.
Yeah.
So it can go either way, but my pick is
Yeah, Spence.
Spence. Yeah, I was Spence. Your next fight, man, when is that going to be?
My next fight probably be August 12th.
August 12th.
Yeah, we got a couple weeks. I think I'm gonna fight August 12th.
Cool Town Throwdown one.
Yep.
Yeah,
Cool Town Throwdown.
Cool Down Throwdown.
Yep. August 12th.
That's most of the time where I watch you box. And I watched and I've announced you there, and so I know for sure every single time you've come out with a W there, and you've done a great job. And I wish you the best of luck too when each and every single time you fight.
Thank you, man.
So you're definitely one that I always like to watch and box, and then that's for any fighter. Any boxer that's fighting. I hope every single one of them wins.
Yeah.
But you specifically, I always hope you get the win.
Yeah.
And if you get the loss, obviously I'm still gonna support you regardless.
Thank you.
Yeah, regardless. Any sponsors or anybody you want to shout out before we head out?
I want to shout out to my guy Taylor. Let the dogs eat. He's played a big part. He's helped me out a lot too.
That was the clothing.
Yeah, he's the guy with the clothes. He helps me out a lot. He helps promote me a little bit, and I help him, so we help each other out. But that's my guy, Taylor. Appreciate you, Taylor.
Anybody, any Instagram or social media you want to throw out there, people follow your journey, or anybody that's interested in following you at the moment, in your amateur career, and then hopefully see you go up to the pros?
You can follow me on Instagram at real T-Baby, T-Baby with 2 Y's. That's my Instagram, and you could keep up to date with me. I post stuff if I'm gonna fight, so.
Awesome. Well, you guys heard it here. Go ahead, give him a follow his career. He's an all-around good boxer. He's coming out of Arizona. He's just, he has great talent. He's definitely gonna be a great pro fighter someday when he switches over to pro. Hey, Trent, thanks again, man, for taking the time out and doing this interview. I really appreciate it.
Thank you, man. Appreciate you. Thank you for having me.
Oh, man, it's all love, dude. I like to support each and every single one of you, man. So thank you again. I'm Razor Ramon on Razor Sharp Sports, and that was Razor Sharp.